Some long-time Jets got cut yesterday, man.
Yeah, but they're old Jets, and that's why they got cut.
They're old Jets, and they cost way too much money for what they do.
$30 million off their cap.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason.
Big chunk of money off of their cap, which actually really...
Yeah, but they were like, I think, 14 or 17 over the cap already, so really they're getting back down to reality.
It puts them about $5.7 million under the cap.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be serious. Bart Scott was due a little under $9 million. Really?
Like we talked about yesterday, it wouldn't be a surprise to see Darrelle Revis get traded to try and get rid of his salary as well.
You know who I heard, not to go off, yeah, whatever, we're talking Jets, it doesn't matter. What I heard about Revis getting traded, I heard that a good fit for him would be San Francisco. Going over to San Francisco, and I'm like thinking about that. I'm like, well, if you were the Jets, you'd at least be able to get like a corner in return.
Yeah, he wouldn't fit well though, and it's because he would go from a players coach in, Rex Ryan, a guy who he spent his whole career or a big chunk of his career with anyway, and he would go out and he would have kind of almost like a little bit more of a disciplinarian, a little guy who would get in your face about things. And I don't know if Revis would respond well to that kind of coaching. At this point in his career, he's too used to
what Rex is like. Yeah, I mean, he got drafted by Mangini, but let's be serious. Mangini was far from a hard ass.
Yeah.
I mean, and even if he was a hard ass, I have a hard time believing players feared his hard assness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not like Harbaugh.
Yeah, like Harbaugh foams at the mouth when he screams. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize not being able to type in the chat room. It locked up on me. I didn't type for a while. I got kicked out, and now it locked up, so I apologize for that. But yeah, Bart Scott, Calvin Pace. I mean, Calvin Pace was arguably the only guy they had on their entire team that could get to the quarterback, and I feel like he hasn't done that in a while. Safety Erich Smith, really nothing more than a special teams guy, role player, sub him in type of guy. Like, you're not starting this guy. Like, he's not going to go get a job somewhere else as a starter. Tackle Jason Smith, who actually is the only reason that the Jets' offensive line shouldn't even, like, when he stepped in, or before he stepped in, you felt like they didn't even have a right side of the offensive line. Like, literally, it was like didn't even have one. He stepped in and filled in a right tackle for Ducasse or whatever jackass they had playing right tackle, because, I mean, he was that damn bad. But you saw it, so you step Jason Smith in. He actually played okay. But let's be serious. Anybody that watched the Jets knows their offensive line wasn't that good. And even if they were that good, Sanchez held on to the damn ball too long anyway to do anything about it. So it really made no difference. But when it comes down to cutting money and trimming the fat, I mean, that's definitely what the Jets are trying to do. I believe it's John Isnick, who is their new general manager. This man is obviously coming in and trying to make some kind of changes, which if you're a Jets fan, you got to be somewhat happy about. But at the same time, these are guys that you have watched over the past couple of years. I mean, all these guys, at least Pace and Scott, were major parts of the 2 AFC championships that they were able to get to. So it's like sort of that torn moment, where you lose a longtime player that's been on your team, but it's really the right move in the long run. Like, I think back to Dallas when they cut Greg Ellis. This guy won comeback player of the year. He was in the rookie of the year race when he was, a rookie with Dallas. This guy, a very good 3-4 outside linebacker, and pretty much they cut him, and you're like, no way, I can't believe you cut Greg Ellis. But then, like, you sit there and think about it, like, dude's 33, 34 years old. He's slower off the ball now, blah, blah, blah. Don't need him anymore. So, I mean, it makes sense. It really does. But Jets make some pretty big cuts. I was, I don't want to say surprised to hear it, because I wasn't surprised. I mean, I can't lie. I did see these kind of guys getting cut. But almost still a little bit shocking, because you're so used to like Bart Scott for me. Yeah, he was on the Ravens, but Bart Scott, to me, I'll always remember can't wait. That whole little speech he gave to Sal Paolantonio after the Patriots game about going to Pittsburgh or whatever. Can't wait. I mean, I don't know. That Bart Scott green can't wait will always be my memories of Bart Scott. I will never argue with that. And then, like I said, Calvin Pace, he dipped off big time. Erich Smith, Jason Smith really didn't mean too much at all. They were more role players than anything else.